Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Austin, and today I'm back for episode number 34 of my Brooklyn Nets MyLeague series here on NBA 2K16. So I've skipped ahead quite a few games since the last episode. That is because I accidentally, or I shouldn't say accidentally, but iMovie kind of ruined the file for what was originally going to be episode 34. This was actually going to be episode 35. iMovie usually saves the original media that I import into it, so I deleted the Nets episode 34 file, and then it didn't save the original media, so I kind of got screwed over there, and I ended up losing that footage. It was going to be a game against the Indiana Pacers, a game in which we won, and it was a pretty good game, I thought. We played really well. But since then, we've kind of struggled a little bit. We're only 16-12 now, just 2-8 in our last 10. And the big thing is we're only averaging 90.5 points a game. That is the biggest reason we have struggled so far this season. Only 3 guys averaging double figures. We've got to get more out of Chris Middleton. The fact that he's not even putting up 10 a game is really disappointing. And we've gotten some pretty inefficient scoring from a couple of our leading scorers, Chris Miles and Eric Bledsoe both. Miles is under 40%, Bledsoe is under 43%. So really just not a lot of efficient output so far from our top scorers, and that is really the big reason why we have struggled so far up to this point. We're down to 3rd in the conference. It's not, it's not a death nail. We're not in panic mode yet, but it's something that we're definitely going to have to improve on as the season goes on. And I mean, if things don't change soon, we're going to have to make some moves on this roster, because I fully expect to be competing for an NBA title this season. And if we're only going to put up 90 points a game, we're not going to be competing for one. So we're going to have to make changes soon if this does not turn itself around. But for now, I have faith that we will turn things around. We'll see if the new coaching staff can kind of get things together, and we'll just see how things go. So anyway, Chris Miles getting to the basket there. We're taking on the New Orleans Pelicans in this episode, of course, led by Anthony Davis. And the Pelicans are one of the kind of middling teams in the Western Conference right now. I think they're 5th or 6th, I want to say. Pretty good record, though. I think they were maybe, I don't know. They had a similar record to us, if I remember correctly, though, entering this episode. So it should be a good test for us going up against one of the better players in the league and, one of the better teams in the Western Conference. There's a nice little post fade away from Brook Lopez on Anthony Davis. And there you go, Eric Bledsoe getting to the hoop, getting the and one. I always seem to play pretty well with Eric Bledsoe. It seems like the simulation is where he kind of struggles. But I don't really know what we can do about that. Might have to change up, I know there's always things you can control during the simulation. They have like the total simulation control settings, I believe, in this. Or at least they have in previous games. I'm not sure if they still have those, but I would assume they would. It'd kind of be stupid if they took them out. And it would take out Chris Miles with the 3 in transition, but I might have to adjust some of those around, maybe fiddle with those things and see if that can help our team out a little bit. But like I said, I have faith that we're going to be able to turn things around. I'm not panicking yet. Anyway, Chris Miles to the basket there. We go up by 7 now. Miles had a really big game this episode. I'm glad this game didn't get deleted or, lost or whatever. The footage for this got lost, because Miles had such a big game. I was pretty excited to post this one because it was a good game overall. We played really well as a team. You're going to see, especially as we move into the second half. But anyway, Chris Miles, he's going to get to the basket here with the one-handed slam, and that was the one thing he was doing this game as opposed to others. It really seemed like when he got around the rim, he finished it with a dunk. And, I've talked about it in the past, but he kind of struggles around the hoop when he's just trying to lay it in, especially around contact. And I just think that if he's going to be able to get more dunks around the basket, then that is going to bode well for his development and his future. So we end off the first quarter up by 6. Early second, Doug Mann turns it over. Now here comes, Trey Burke on the break, gives it to Drew Holiday. Nice little right-handed layup off the glass. So the lead is down to 3. Now Lopez trying to go back to work in the post, being covered by Alexis Ajinga, and that is going to be an easy left-handed hook shot right there for number 11, Brook Lopez. So it's a 5-point lead once again, but here we go. Good ball movement by the Pelicans, and it's Ajinga answering right back as he cuts the lead back down to 3. Now next Pelicans possession, it is going to be Ajinka getting the rebound, putting up the jumper, and he gets it to go. So Alexis Ajinka, the starting center on this team, putting in a little bit of work here in the second quarter. Now pick and roll, Burke to Davis. Davis looking, puts it up and puts it in. So the Pelicans retake the 1-point lead now, 38-37. And then here we go, almost turning the ball over to Miles. Is going to retrieve it, go all the way around the defense, and one tough layup right there. Nice play by Chris Miles, settling things down right there. Now we go back up by 2 on the break. Here come the Nets. It's Miles once again. More good ball movement. Good extra pass by Hood to get that one to Miles under the basket, and we go up by 4. Now 43-39. It is going to be Glenn Robinson the third driving in, and he gets the tough layup to go over the big 7'6" center Simbolar. Now here we go, 4-point lead once again. It's McCollum with the ball. He's going to find Mike Scott, who's going to drain that 3 right there and put us up by 7. A big 3-pointer from Scott. Now we've got a 3-score lead. It is going to be Doug Mann trying to push the tempo right here, go all the way to the basket. Tough layup animation, but he gets it to go, and we are up by 9. Now Under 30 to play here in the second. It is going to be Tyreke Evans getting to the basket. Evans kind of struggled in the first half, but you're going to see in the second half he really does turn it up and tries to keep his Pelicans team in the game. So that would be the score at the end of 250-43 is the tally right now. We are holding the Pelicans to just 42% from the field, but 6 turnovers have done the Nets in the first half. That is why this one is still a ball game. So here we go, 5-point lead now early in the third quarter. It is Evans' floater. That one is good off the glass, and the lead is down to 3. Now here we go on the fast break. It is the Nets trying to get out in transition. Good move by Bledsoe. Finds his man Derek Favors under the basket. One-handed slam with the left hand, and that is going to put us back up by 6. Now good find by Bledsoe, trying to get Favors more involved in this offense. Lopez almost loses that one, but he gets it back. Got the small man on him, and he's just going to dunk right on top of him. Now 8-point lead once again. Tyreke Evans with the ball, trying to do something here. Pulls up from behind the line. That is a shot I really dared Evans to take all game long, and he was not making them in the first half. That's why I kept daring him to do it in the second half. And he started to make us pay in the second half. But there is nice ball movement right there. Miles wide open in the corner, knocks down the 3 of his own. Now it is 60-52 right now. Drew Holiday with the ball, looking for the screen. He's just going to pull up from behind the line and get that one to go. A 5-point game it is once again. Now 6.5, 5.5 to play in this third quarter. We've got the lead back up to 9 now. Miles trying to do something. Finds Bledsoe on the perimeter for 3. That one is no good, but rebounded by Miles. He's going to find Middleton on the perimeter, and this one is good. So we go up by 12 there. Nice rebound by Miles. Really doing it all today. Now here is Doug Mann with the ball, finding the cutting Eric Bledsoe to the basket. Good patience by Mann. He waits for the trailer in Bledsoe, and that is an easy 2 points right there. Now 71-55. Another good patient fast break right there. That is what I have really learned to do on these fast breaks, is kind of wait for the trailers, because they often get ignored by the defense, and they can lead to 2 easy points. Now Doug Mann going to the basket all the way by himself. We go up by 20 now. It is a 15-0 run right now for the Nets. Hood for 3. That is no good, but rebounded by Mike Scott, and make it a 17-0 run as he's going to get the putback to go. 77-55. Like I said, we have completely blown this game open at this point. Trey Burke with the ball, trying to halt the run. It's Anderson in the corner. That is going to be good. So New Orleans finally gets a bucket right there, and the scoring drought. 77-57 is the score. Here comes Kent Bazemore going around the defense. Two-handed slam. And that is going to get the lead back up to 22 points. And that would be the margin at the end of 3. 81-59 is your score. Only 10 minutes to play left in this ball game. And the Pelicans are going to need a miracle to try and come back in this one. Here is Drew Holiday, though, trying to work his magic. He is going to find Davis for the jumper. That is good. Now 17-point game. It is going to be Derek Favors driving in, taking it himself. Two-handed slam on the entire Pelicans defense right there as we go back up by 19. Now 84-66, and one right there for Andre Iguodala. We haven't heard a lot from him this game, but he has been a pretty nice bench player for this Pelicans team since they picked him up in this MyLeague, and he gets the and one to go right there. Now Holiday trying to do what he does, creating stuff off the dribble, and he's going to get that one to go. Nice little move right there on the half spin to get into the lane for the left-handed layup. Pick and roll coming up, though. It is going to be extra pass to Middleton in the corner, and he gets the three-pointer to go. 87-70 now is your score. Iguodala, though, pulls up for a three-pointer of his own. That is good, and the lead is back down to 14, so the Pelicans not going away just quite yet. We will see if they can try and get one final run going here and get back in this ball game. Here they come on the fast break. It is going to be Evans to the basket, avoids the block right there from Lopez, and that is going to make it a 12-point game. Lopez, though, trying to answer on the other end. He misses, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and one! And that would put us back up by 15 with 3.5 to play. That would kind of stymie the Pelicans' run, and then Tyreke Evans is going to lose the ball right here. Good steal by Rodney Hood up to Miles, and check out the unselfish play to give it back to Hood for the one-handed slam. We go back up by 15 now with just 2.5 minutes to play. It's Tyreke trying to muster up one final run. Nice little pick and roll action with Davis, and Bledsoe actually tried to go in for the block there. That was probably a good thing he didn't get too close to, and that was either going to be an and one or a poster. And then check out Chris Miles just busting through the press right here. I've talked about it in the past, but 2K next year, please fix the CPU pressing for, like, it's been in the game for 4 or 5 years now, and they've never fixed it. But anyway, it is so easy to exploit. Now Drew Holiday with the and one. They actually got it back down to 9, but it was too little too late. And the Nets go on to win 105-96. A very good basketball game right here from the Brooklyn Nets. I liked how we played. Chris Miles especially, he dropped, I think, 35 points on 21 shots, something ridiculous like that. Very good game out of him. Definitely his best performance, at least that I've seen out of him. And the rest of the team played pretty well. I thought we played pretty good defense. The fourth quarter, maybe not so much. We kind of let up a little bit there, but you know, kind of easy to do. We had that big third quarter. Once we got back up by 20, I think we kind of eased out the gas pedal, so to say. Most important thing, though, is that we did come away with the victory. So take a look at the individual box scores here. And take a look at the Pelicans one as well. Evans actually did end up getting to 29 points on 22 shots, so he had a good game overall. But like I said, in the first half, we really locked him down. He kind of got loose in the second half, but what are you going to do? So that is going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy, and here's the 2K postgame show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
Things haven't been pretty for them lately, but his performance in this win is definitely a step in the right direction. He wanted this one badly. You could tell that right off the bat. He put his game into another gear and was playing angry tonight, fellas.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.